Or elsewhere, apparently.
Yes. Sleeping.
Demon.
Sweet.
Thou hast fled.
What the?
Thou didst hold the power to face the necromancers, yet thou didst flee.
I had no choice.
No choice. Hast thou even thought of choosing? Thou art fled like a thief, and thou hast left me, a shadow of myself, trapped here in this prison.
I did not create this situation. I'm not even sure I understand what has happened.
The hour for questions is past. Thou must act. It is I who will suffer for thy cowardice. I who will pay for thine fault. I who will face extinction. And if I must die, if the flame is extinguished, our world will die as well.
I will not let the flame die. I am in a war against these necromancers, and at last I have the power to fight them.
What dost thou hope to accomplish in this ridiculous human shell? As it is now, it is useless to us. The flame is not a toy for mewling infants. It exists to reign. Its power must not be stolen from thee. We must reconquer the world heart as swiftly as we may.
Hey, Vulcan, enough of your daydreaming. Move your ass, huh?
Buffalo.
Naked demon man.
I'm okay with this. Maybe we'll get to see some Vulcan on demon action.
No.
I just like how buffalo is the safety word. Like how buffalo
Vulcan,
is the safety
you hear
word.
me? Pull your finger out.
Huh? Yeah, I hear you. My head feels like a bomb went off in it.
Well, shake it off. We're still not at the end of this stinking swamp, and I'm not gonna carry you all the way to the village.
Anyway, how come Hawk isn't the one with me here? He's the lead scout. I always go with him.
Hawk is covering the back of the line, so this time, I'm the one who goes with you. You'll get over it.
Maybe you should have had an animal name, seeing as how everyone else has an animal nickname.
I would like to be Rutabaga,
Nah.
the grandest of animals. I guess there's a little bit of RPG elements here.
Both of them say the same thing.
Not really. This one is just like end the conversation.
Why do I get the feeling I'm under surveillance?
You think nobody noticed your little stunt at the temple? Damn right we're watching you. Now shut your trap and keep an eye on our perimeter, while I keep an eye on you.
And while the captain has a nice chat about me with the red scribes.
It'll be a lot easier to talk to those two-faced snakes without you hanging around. Don't worry about it. He'll tell you what you need to know. And if he doesn't tell you, then I will.
Thanks, Sarge.
Let's get moving before everybody catches up.
You lot are about as discreet as a herd of hunchbacks.
I thought that elves were supposed to have superior eyesight. Do we look like stiffs to you, dickhead?
Not yet. But with an arrow sticking out of your throat, I'm certain that even a chatterbox like you could do a passable impression.
And you'd be the next one down.
Possibly. Perhaps I should aim for the largest target first.
Not if you want to keep both your balls.
What have we here? Buffalo in person. Well, that's a good sign.
What's going on here? Who's the scrag with the pointy ears?
Thanks for noticing. I try to keep them sharp. I am called Relmar, and I gather the red-faced fat belly with the filthy beard is none other than the famous Elric, leader of the Freeborn Blades.
They call me the Captain.
All the Freeborn Blades call you Captain Elric. I have no doubt that they do. As for me, I've never had much interest in titles or in military protocol. I judge people by their deeds.
When do elves have facial hair?
Yeah, why not?
don't know. I'm just used to them being otherworldly and cool looking.
To be fair,
He
looking...
looks a little too human and...
Well, it feels like he should have a Cockney accent instead of a slight British one. Or a fair British one. But, like, look at him. He looks Cockney-ish. The problem is the ears look plastic in comparison to the rest of his face.
So this is directed at him.
Yep. So what do we want to do? Last one?
What are you doing in these swamplands? Yeah, you.
And what are you doing down in the swamps, besides threatening honest mercenaries?
Looking for you. Well, I began by searching for the Red Scribes. Prince Arundel is wounded. We had to withdraw to Valvanor, where I learned that you were expected. I just wanted to make sure you found your way there.
This is not my first walk in the wilds, arsewipe. As you can see, I'm on the right path, and we've nearly reached our destination.
Captain, those creatures I told you about this morning are gathering nearby. They're probably getting ready to attack us.
Ah, well, those are called chrysalids. They wait until they have gathered enough numbers, and then they overwhelm you. And it would seem your little group is attracting a whole swarm to the village.
Well, we'll give them a welcome.
Actually, in spite of themselves, these creatures do an excellent job of keeping dead walker scouts away without raising any suspicions. If we allow them to gather here and then massacre them, I fear we'll be moving their territory a bit too close to Valvanor, which will lead to our being discovered sooner or later. I suggest we send 1 or 2 men back. This will keep them separated and occupied while the rest make it to the village. I'm ready to volunteer, if you fear I might try and slip away. I know the area well.
Sounds like a plan to me. Vulcan, you're on it.
I want to go too. The animals and plants in this swamp are extraordinary. And the venom of these chrysalids seems very interesting. I'd love to get a chance to observe them more closely.
Sybil, that is out of the question. Have you lost your mind? It's too dangerous.
Shall we bring her along?
Sure. She wants to see the place.
She wants to observe the animals and plants more closely.
What?
Batman.
Don't do that.
I had to.
Come on, let her off the leash. It'll be good for her. I promise I'll bring her back in one piece.
Vulcan, rule number 2.
We'll see you at the village.
Sybil!
See you later.
What is rule number 2? Don't allow women alone with ruffian mercenaries?
Don't poop in front of the lady. Okay, so we do actually have enough points to put into Pyromancer. Useful. So we can do the fire effect. It's 20 seconds long. That's not bad. What we need... Interruption resist.
Gain
that could be nice.
plus 10 magic points when you kill an enemy.
That's what we need. Let's see. Ooh, health regeneration when magic is maximum. Additional magic regen under 30% magic. So yeah, we want to get up here. We gotta get there eventually. So let's just pound off points into this thing. Speed to sequence spells 30%. So next level we'll actually be able to get some of our magic back. Until then, let's go with the Rooty Tooty Hitty Hitty. Actually, I think we have to hit... Oh, okay, so apparently we got to pick between the elf or Sybil instead. So we didn't actually get to bring them both with. That makes sense.
Oh.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
Wow, this is a lot of stuff.
What do you know about the Ice Lords?
Can we just go down the list?
Oh, okay.
So Alas is your father?
Yes. And yes, he is the leader of the Red Scribes.
That's handy for you.
You are so predictable. Daddy's little girl can do whatever she wants, right? Don't fool yourself. I'm endlessly having to prove myself more than any other scribe. My father doesn't treat me better than the others, and I expect no less from him.
At least that explains why you look like you just stepped out of a library. I guess he encourages you?
Yes, of course. But I'm big enough to make my own choices. Knowledge fascinates me, and I suppose it would have been like that whoever my father was.
What do you know about the Ice Lords?
As much as it is possible to know without having met them. In some ways, they're quite fascinating, even though the term might seem inappropriate.
Where did they come from?
Most people believe that the lords appeared recently, at the beginning of the war. But I have found certain scrolls that lead me to believe they have been around more than 300 years. They are originally from a region far to the north of Vertiel. For a long time, they remained there. The beginning of their conquest is quite recent. We all think that the war started 10 years ago, but in fact, it is much longer, maybe even the last century. It took them a long time to escape from their region of origin. The dwarf kingdoms were in their way, and they put up a fight.
You had me going there for a moment. I'm sorry, but dwarves? Save it for the children.
But you're wrong. The dwarves did exist, but the Ice Lords exterminated them.
Right. And I bet they also massacred all those poor dragons and goblins.
You know that dragons and goblins don't exist. You're impossible.
So, dwarves were real, but are dead. Because of the Ice Lords.
It kind of makes sense.
And elves and humans are still around.
Well, if you think dwarves tend to be kind of northern mountainous type people, and if the Ice Lords came from the same place, the dwarves would be the first victims. We're probably still going to run across a dwarf kingdom towards the end of the game, you know, somebody that hold themselves off pretty successfully, but apart from that...
I can't help but notice some of the spelling and spacing errors.
It's not an American company.
Really?
Really.
What is it?
Shoot, I'm trying to remember. These are the people that made Mars Warlogs, I think it's like Orcs and Men. Bound... Here,
Do they have any weaknesses we can exploit?
Yeah, let's go through that, and then I'll report.
Do they have any weaknesses that we could exploit?
Not that I know of. All of the Ice Lords are powerful sorcerers. They are far more powerful than all the other magicians. They have an unlimited army. If they have a weakness, it's not that.
But in spite of all of this, you think there is something?
I do. We often imagine the Ice Lords as a vast megalithic power. But that's not true. In fact, they desperately hunger for power. Just because they pooled their powers to create the Deadwalker army doesn't mean they like each other. Their balance of power is precarious. As soon as they are done with destroying Vertiel, they'll probably start killing each other.
Sure, but that doesn't help us much if we have to wait until they're done.
Perhaps there is a way to stir up the tensions between them. Even if for the moment, I can't think how.
Okay, so we have to turn them against each other, sort of go through one by one and defeat them?
That kind of makes sense. Okay, well, do we want to continue?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's change the subject.
So, this game is made by Focus Home Interactive, and they're French.
French.
Yep.
I see.
Do we want to keep going down the list? Or we could probably talk to her about this later. I kind of want to go hit stuff.
Ask about the creatures in the swamp.
Okay.
So then, any result from the study of all these creatures of the swamps?
Well, I'd really like to meet some of these creatures who live here. But for now...
Guess not.
What's the World Heart?
Okay.
What can you tell me about the World Heart?
Many of the people on Vertiel believe that the World Heart is just a myth. There are many different beliefs from one region to another, but most of them have more in common than not.
The World Heart is where life and prosperity are born. I've already heard that crap.
If we were to imagine Vertiel as a living being, the World Heart is exactly what it sounds like, the heart of the world. It's what keeps the world alive. It beats, and Vertiel lives from its energy. If you wish, I can try to learn more about it. Come back and see me in a few days.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
Combat style.
What do you want?
I know you want to help me, but you got...
You're right.
Okay, good enough.
So that's how you change their... Whew. Buggy bugs.
Yep. Is she going to attack at all? Ow.
No,
Oh.
she has her own issues.
Well, it's... Actually, I should give this a go, seeing as we're here. Get with the fire.
Are these
Get
guys
the
literally levitating with the helium they store on their butts?
They've got wings, it looks like, maybe.
Do they?
I have to make some notes on it.
Actually, you might be right. They might actually be, butt loaders. Okay, so I can safely say the flame weapon, not actually necessarily useful.
Why does it do?
It didn't really give us much of a boost to damage. That's okay. The fireball seems to do, like, crazy damage instead. Never mind. That doesn't do crazy damage either. I guess we just have to take the long and slow route of hitting everything till it dies. Ooh, we are injured.
Which is why maybe we should have played on easy mode.
Yep, I'll see if I
Just
can
so
switch it between episodes.
Things die faster.
I mean...
Because, as I said, I really dislike it in games when there are creatures that are around solely to
slow
impede
you
your
down?
way.
Yep. Hey, we leveled up. That means... magic! Okay, now what do we want to get? Fireball? Could get fireball damage. Oh, instantaneous fire weapon. That could actually be useful. Guardian flames.
What is a guardian flame?
3 protective flames for 15%. Each blow taken
So
makes
it's a
the flame...
defensive shield.
Yeah, kind of. Except for it just hits everything nearby.
So
And
then
that's
you'll
an
be like
AoE
what you
effect.
were in Amalur, where all the boxes around you are exploding for no reason.
Potentially, yes. But we can actually save our points on that one. Let's put some more into Ranger. Because I want to attack faster. And then I think we should be able to afford some of these. Oh, wow. I guess some of these, it costs more, too. Ooh, experience gain, 20%. That could be really useful. More items. Snooper.
Not available yet.
Yeah, well, if you notice, it says collect 20 items times more ingredients on enemy. So, more or less, you have to actually fulfill requirements to get some of these things, which is actually really cool in my mind. Crit chance of daggers, that's not very useful. I guess a lot of this stuff is going to be percentage based as opposed to hard cap. Alchemist could be useful. Trapper, Haggler. Okay, so I think Passionate is going to be good. I want to be able to level up faster. That's probably going to loop back around and be useful for us. And I'm going to go with health potions. There we go. Onwards and outwards. This is the wrong direction. Now let's sprint forward. And apparently we're all firesy for some reason. Maybe I used a healing potion? Oh no, we get that from leveling up, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
That would make a lot of sense.
Giving orders to your companion.
Okay, so I can do you're on your own, attack from a distance, heal us. I'm going to keep that on.
To discover all the species that live here, there is so much to be learned.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me. Because, well, I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't know, it's nice to have a healer companion.
Yeah, she's giving you regeneration.
Oh, that's nice. Well, looks like we have our permanent companion for the rest of the campaign. So
Wait, you only choose one person?
No, but I don't want to be asked to use healing spells constantly. Let's use the map. Where can we go? So we've got dungeons and stuff. But I don't think we have any reasons to. So let's stick to the main path thus far. And we'll probably get like side quests or something that we can do.
Over again here in the swamp, but I sense there is something else.
Or... well, never mind.
Ooh.
Hello! That's a thing.
This is somewhat reminding me of the Forbidden Forest in Quest for Camelot, where everything is trying to kill you. Even the vines.
Okay, that means we're going to do this. She needs to get the heck out of dodge instead of just sitting there letting that thing wail on her.
She's focused on healing you. She's gonna die at this rate.
Okay, let's do the fast route then, and let her heal herself. Well, that's disappointing.
Will she heal herself is the question.
Probably eventually. I think she's too busy healing us. Please tell me she heals herself. Maybe if I, like, stand awkwardly close, she'll heal herself. Nope. That's disappointing. Anyway.
Her health is going back up, though.
It is?
That's probably because you're out of combat, not because she's healing herself.
Probably. Can I am down? Well, it's definitely interesting.
I don't think this is the right direction.
Thank you. The only way the developers have managed to tell us that we're going in the wrong direction is just to have our NPC being like, no, this is the wrong way. Thanks. So
You
much.
should be going this way.
Apparently.
Told me a lot about you.
Really? He's not normally much of a talker. Do you torture him or something?
No, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I just think he has a lot of respect for you, that's all.
Ow! It's got a ranged attack. The jerk. Look, he's spitting shits at me. Apparently, I can still use dodge to avoid
It's a good thing you don't fall
projectiles.
off the edge of cliffs.
Yep, that would be nice. Well, that's nice that you don't fall off. If this were Dark Souls, yep, we'd already have fallen off the cliff several times, and I would have had to spend like 10 minutes running back. And
Being stealthy.
I think it's a bit too late for that. We're getting better at
Whoa,
killing
that's
enemies.
a lot of them. One of them's bigger than the others.
Probably the ones that,
Spawn them.
unfortunately, she is now on healing mode, so we have to pretty much just go out of our way to murder the shit out of the ones close to her. Otherwise, she dies, and I have no idea how to make her not dead. Okay. Quick. Okay, Sybil.
Defensive?
Let's do attack from a distance. Defensive. Let's go with that. Ow. Well, I guess we leveled up. That's good, at least. Oh, boy. Okay.
Okay.
She's really dumb. Like, the ally...
Why does she just stand there?
That's what I would like to know. Okay, so we want
Give
to
yourself a flame shield
bind
and
this to that.
maybe even give your... You only have one mana potion, though, don't you?
Yep. Okay, this is kind of an effort in the dumbs. I guess we have to go with the mana potions then.
Or healing potion, yeah. Oh, she's not looking good at all.
Yep, which is why I'm in here tanking. I guess I can block too. I forgot about that. I should do that more often. Well, they're dead.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're definitely switching this down to difficulty, because I don't think this game is made well enough to be put on hard, to be enjoyed. And honestly, if I want to play a hard game, I'm going to go play Dark Souls. Okay, so we've got... I guess we just have to keep going around
Yep.
the slow method. Can we go up this direction? Maybe? Maybe not.
I think that's one way.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a quick savey thing. Uh-oh.
With our lasher.
Why can't I fireball it?
You need to actually engage it first?
I guess so, yeah. So you need to engage in combat with it before it will actually let you fight it. That's frustrating.
And then you can raid that tree stump.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Tree stump is kind of weirdly sparkly. Of course you can loot it. Kick tree stump. Gain loots. I like the music for this game. I'm going to keep saying that until it stops being true. Okay, so we've got some more loot down here. Or we got some stuff down here.
Well, that's a dungeon entrance. If that is a dungeon.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to go there yet. And worst comes to worst, we come back.
Look, all us freeborn blades have a nickname. We leave the past behind, and whatever we were before doesn't matter in the company.
So what do you do now? It's amazing we have no records
You know,
of these animals.
I blow things up. Stuff like that.
I like
So I wonder if you renamed your character if they would still call you Vulcan.
Probably. So I guess our nickname is Vulcan regardless of what we do. It's just this way we've accepted it. It'd be hilarious if it's like, so they call you Steve.
Oh, you mean have the pre-generated
Yeah.
syllable recognition?
That'd be
kind of thing?
hilarious and unfortunate.
Hey, this guy's fucking fearless. Let's help him out before it goes bad for him.
I thought he was one of our buddies. Uh-oh.
No, I think this is the warrior that joins your crew.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, so the bigger ones actually fire stuff. The little ones are just, like, melee related. I still don't entirely know...
It's the 6 little eyes.
Don't you dare call these things cute.
They're not.
Freaking hideous. Okay, I wanted to test something out. We've got another move, so I want to bind it to... Let's try this. Fire Nova. That barely did damage. That is
I think
wee
this
bit
game
disappointing.
might be in a little need of balancing. The awesome abilities don't do anything.
Yeah, I feel like I've been given a cannon, but it just shoots, I don't know, socks instead of whatever, I don't know, tungsten rounds, whatever. You know what I mean.
Despite his determination, the knight was in an awkward position. He thanks the mercenary for having assisted him in his task. If he can trust the rumors that he hears around the village, he has before him the one called Vulcan. He has the pleasure of welcoming the mercenary to the village.
And you are?
The knight is called Randall, last survivor of the Order of the Ember Knights, and now protector of Valvenor, this village. The new arrival is most welcome, but the steward is waiting in the old village inn.
Why are you talking in the third person?
I don't know. They probably just wanted him to sound interesting. Time to go to Valvenor. Sweet, this game's on Steam. It makes sense.
I think they wanted to call it Valinor, but it was already taken.
This is Valvenor. It is not a beautiful place, but for the time being, it seems to be unknown to the Deadwalker army. This village has known better days. Before the war, it was popular among the rich hunters who came to enjoy the ample game in the swamps. Today, the only visitors are refugees, who are sadly too numerous for the scant resources of the village. A small healing house provides comfort and succor to the injured. The knight is quite fond of Mirana, the healer who runs the place. Does the mercenary see the building opposite? It was once an inn, but it is now the residence of the steward, the man now in charge of the village.
This is a very large inn, considering the size of the village. There must have been many visitors before the war.
With any luck, we might get to sleep in a real bed tonight.
I have a feeling that this steward isn't so chivalrous, considering he took an entire inn to be his personal house.
Well, think of it this way. If you don't have visitors anymore, why do you even need an inn?
I thought they said they had all these refugees they needed a house.
Oh, that's true.
Why do you talk
How
so
come
strangely?
you talk that way? Always in the third person.
The way people speak is different from one place to another, and I am from another place. The Knight's people are a warrior tribe from Algandar, and he is proud of them.
Where can I find the steward?
As the Knight said, the steward is in the old...
What does the steward want with me?
The captain has offered the services of the freeborn blades to the steward. The steward must have orders for the mercenary.
Shit. I'm gonna get stuck being this guy's errand boy. Damn. I knew I should have gone with the rest of the company. What can you tell me about this backwater town?
This village is a modest one, and its reserves are almost gone. Its only strength is its isolation in these swamps, but that is also its greatest weakness.
I already figured it was some kind of shithole.
That the refugees and the villagers must live together is difficult, and the situation is worsened by there not being enough food. The swamp offers protection against the Deadwalkers, but it also harbors many dangers. Its creatures often attack the village. When the knight and the elf are not there to defend the walls, the watch often leave them unguarded. Shameless.
I'm going.
Oh, now we're in the village. Probably got a lot of people to talk to. What else do we got? Beefalo, Renko, Sleep. I wonder what Sleep looks like.
Private Bumpkin?
Private Bumpkin. He bumps kins.
Oh, he's on the right, isn't he?
Probably. We'll head over there later. Go talk to the main guy, considering we have to get the quest anyway.
Oh.
Yup.
Okay.
What we got out here? Zeus the blacksmith.
Here we go. Another one of these hick refugees. There's nothing for you here.
With a voice like that, I would have thought it was going to be some clean-shaven, snooty dude.
Yep. No, he's got a beard too. Everyone gets beards.
This is why I didn't want a beard.
Call me a hick one more time, and I'll be using your face as an anvil.
Let's all remain calm, shall we? Please forgive my error. With all this commotion and all the thankless tasks I find myself confronted with, I often find my attention to detail slips. So, what can I do for you?
Show me what you have for sale.
Gold. So vulgar to work with. So wonderful to own.
Okay, so we've got a couple of different types of weapons. Crafty. Critical hit, interrupt, damn it. Ooh, like that. Do we have enough money for it? How much money do we have? We do not have nearly enough money for that kind of business. I like the gauntlets, too.
Meh.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me that much. It doesn't have any stuff, and plenty of resources. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff to look at, but I'm going to try and get most of that off camera, just because it is dull. Those beeline straight... What?
Go into the village hall. We have to close.
I'm trying as hard as I can. Ah. Clearly it does not work like that.
Is our best defense. Happily, the wildlife are just as keen on attacking the Deadwalkers as they are the villagers. But the situation here in Valvanor grows worse daily. And each new wave of refugees increases the risk of drawing unwanted attention to this jungle.
No Ice Lord scouts who find this village will ever escape to tell the tale. Of that, I can assure you. Also, my men are reinforcing your defenses. Forgive me for saying, but you have some serious weak points. Especially the defenses around that refugee camp of yours.
The arrival of the Freeborn Blades and the Red Scribes has greatly improved our chances of survival, Captain. Believe me when I say that we are most grateful to have you with us. Needless to say, your men and the Red Scribes are welcome and free to go where they will. But as for any other newcomers, our gates are closed. You must understand that our food stores are as limited as our abilities to defend our village. Until you arrived, we had but one person who was even vaguely capable of treating our injured, and the case of Prince Orendil was completely beyond her skills. And there is this beast story, doubtless another fairy tale, the fruit of an alcohol-addled brain. Nonetheless, several of the Watch have gone missing. Something hidden in these swamps is causing these disappearances, but we cannot risk sacrificing any more of the few men remaining to us on sending patrols. Large groups entail moving chrysalids that are unmanageable. The others quite simply do not return.
Silence.
If I were to listen to everyone, I would need 10 times the number of men I have to verify the truth of every tale.
Enough. You must aid me to do this. I am not able to do that. Your endless wailings are unbearable.
In the name of Vulcan? But by the gods, man, what is...
This world is condemned. The cold hath invaded its ground, its souls, and its heart. Yet here you stand, weaving your limbs like fish taken from the water, miserably shuffling about to conserve the illusion of warmth and life, and not feel the passing of your last breath, while I must endure your wailings and lamentations. Pitiful.
Vulcan, stop this nonsense immediately.
It is not he who speaks. All doth fall to ruin about you, yet you still bewail your loose bowels and vomitings. You cannot vanquish your dead walkers, no more than you can vanquish their necromancer masters. They draw their power from the very heart of the world. They drink it, they suckle it dry. Your only chance to cleanse what your own hath corrupted is to go to the World Heart and liberate it from its servitude.
The World Heart is a myth, a forgotten fairy tale, no more real than dragons or dwarves.
A myth. Continue hiding behind thy puny barricades, and thou wilt soon join thy myths and fairy tales.
cease your pretense. I know you have returned to consciousness.
What the hell happened? I was just listening to the steward blabbing away with the captain, and then...
And then you lost control.
I don't know, it's like something in my head zapped me so it could use my mouth. But I was still there, still thinking what I was saying.
This is not the first time you have felt this presence manifest itself.
No. No, it's been there since the temple. It's also in my dreams. I think...
Interesting. It would seem that your body is host to some other entity. And it is clearly a spirit of fire.
No kidding. I got a demon in my head.
Something of the kind. In truth, I could not say what it is. Not yet, at least.
Don't make me laugh. After all, it's your disciples that let this thing out of its cage, right?
That has nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea of the implications of this incident?
I wonder if we had stuck with a female character, if there would be a female demon. Or else that whole scene would make absolutely no sense with a male voice coming out of a woman.
It would be laughably. I don't know.
So far, I'm...
Michelle is grumping about this already. I can tell it in her face.
The steward's hair was tufting off his head like...
Honestly, I'm not going to expect too much from this game from a graphical perspective. I'm glad they didn't sell this at $60. That would have been highway robbery. $30? Yeah, buy this game on sale if you want to buy it.
There are no likable characters so far.
Hey, I like the demon. He just insults everybody to their faces. It's hilarious.
The demon is fine, and the main character to some extent, but...
I guess the girl is kind of okay. Everyone's gonna be afraid of me.
If it happens again a couple of days from now, they'll all start spitting and throwing rocks at me. Guess I'll have to watch out.
I fear that is the least of your worries. Obviously, you haven't understood. The thing that is inside you, it wishes you ill. There is not enough space inside you for two souls. That demon wants your body. It will control you more and more until it has replaced you completely.
Ha! Thou thinkest I crave the body of a mortal? I am a prisoner here. My place is in the world heart.
It will not hesitate to lie to you, to tell you that which you wish to hear, so that you will allow it to consume you.
I never asked for this cage. I never asked to be forced to hear thy every thought. It is I who have been invaded.
It speaks to you. Do not listen to it. Cast it from you. If you do not resist, it will crush your soul.
Hey, take it easy. One day at a time, okay? I'm gonna take a walk.
I think the demon's a little bit more reasonable than Aelus.
I think the demon is far more interesting than any other character we have going for us. Anyway, secondary quests. We can pick those up, but I think this is a good stopping point. I don't even know if we should do secondary quests. I might actually... How about I record secondary quests solo so you don't have to sit through them all? So you can sit main plot quests. I don't know. Anyway, we will see you guys on the next episode of Bound by Flame. And, well, we'll see where we go from here. I'm going to see if I can ramp down the difficulty just so we can roll through content. And if I can't do that, then I'm going to start cheating wildly because I don't even care. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.